commitment is that we start our session on the dot 1 o'clock. So we are going to start now. Welcome. Really nice to have all of you here. And may you have a very special session today with us with this sparkling conversation. Our theme for today is change one thing. And at Brightstar, we know that many people never or seldom really experience the joy of knowing who they are, where they are going, and what they therefore need to focus on every day. So choosing a Brightstar lifestyle is a choice for joy, to live with excellence and significance, and to win at work and life. Welcome, Rayline. We are looking forward to our sparkling conversation.
Thank you, and welcome to everybody. I'm actually standing in for somebody else who would have presented, but I'm excited because it really meant something to me to think about this whole concept again. My question for you today is, what do you dream of becoming? Do you dream of making an impact? Do you dream of making a huge success of yourself? Quite often, we just give up on this because it's too big. We don't know how are we going to get to what we dreamed of or what we think we could become. People have spoken into your life and said you're going to be a huge success, you're going to make an impact. But looking at your life at the moment, you can't see that. And you don't know how you're going to get to this. So I brought you a quote of John Maxwell to inspire you, hopefully, today to start getting to that, what you're supposed to become. Small disciplines repeated with consistency every day lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. I'm going to say that again. Small disciplines, you can also read habits, repeated with consistency every day, lead to great achievements gained slowly over time. Quite often we stop dreaming, we stop seeing that we can be a success because stuff happens, life happens, a pandemic happens, and then we stop staying within our habits. Yesterday, it was 2 years ago that we started a new life knowing what a pandemic is. What happened in you and in your life in this 2 years that has passed? Have you formed small disciplines? Are you back into your old habits that you weren't happy about? Have you formed new habits? So what is a habit? A habit, now this is now what the dictionary says on the right-hand side. A habit is a settled or regular tendency or practice, especially one that is hard to give up. Okay, so the minute that something becomes hard to give up, you can call it a habit. And remember, this can be positive or negative. And it's about the impact that it has on your life that makes it positive or negative. Something that's positive in my life can be negative in somebody else's life. Okay, and the American Journal of Psychology defined a habit as more or less a fixed way of thinking, willing, or feeling acquired through previous repetition of a mental experience. Now you can get the cue of how do you form a habit as well. You must get to a point where it becomes a repetition. But what happens to us often is we think I must change my life, and then I think of 7 or 9 or 11 or 23 things that I think I should improve in my life. And that's why the theme today is change one thing. Think of one thing in your life that can have an impact, that can become a habit that can get you to your life goal, to your success. This one touch 2-minute rule. This I got from somebody who so that you can organize your life in your house. So she says you can only do the one touch 2-minute rule. You're only allowed to touch something once. So if you're brushing your hair, when you put your hairbrush down, put it away where it's supposed to be. Don't put it on the counter to put away later. Just touch everything once. And the 2-minute rule says, while you're waiting for the microwave, do something. Quickly clean the counter or quickly prep some vegetables or something. So use the 2 and the 5 minutes that you're standing around also to get something. So that's how simple we must make our habits. It must be attainable. It must be easy. And break the habit of giving yourself permission to make excuses. We often say, no, I can't do that because, and then we give ourselves permission not to improve our own life. And then the question is, what is your mindset? Do you have a mindset of I can or I can't? I can form new habits or I can't. And the other thing is, what is your mindset on this habit that you're forming? Is your mindset that this habit can make an impact? Tiny changes, remarkable results. Go and find those tiny changes that you can make to your day, that can make your day more productive, that can give you a chance to rest in your day, but go and look for those tiny changes. Make yourself aware of the significance of this tiny change. Sometimes in our heads, we say, oh no, it's not going to make a difference to do something while the microwave is on. Make yourself aware of the significance of the impact of that tiny change. Look at in a budget. If you look at your budget, if you can just make a tiny change, not to buy that coffee every morning, or whatever you do, chocolate or whatever, it can have a significant impact over time. Okay, my time is almost done. Make sure I'm going to go fast now, form one habit at a time. You don't need superhuman powers. You need patience and consistency. Attach a new habit to an existing one. For instance, you want to start journaling. Journal when you make your list for the next day. Allow yourself to press the reset button. So you didn't make it for this habit today, reset and do it tomorrow. Don't give up. Just put reset. The day is not going well. Don't say this is a bad day. This was a bad moment or a bad experience. Do habits at the same time every day, because then they form stronger and faster. And then reward yourself. Be clear about what your reward is. Make sure it creates a craving that you want the reward, and make sure that you reward yourself regularly so that you can know. So now the question is, in the next 7 minutes, 6 minutes, what is your decision for today? What is the small change that you can decide to do today? And then also any remarks that anybody wants to make on this whole thing of habit forming. And I go too fast.
Apologies for joining a bit late. Trudy and we had a meeting, so it went a bit later. And so I just came in at the back end, but a small change I'm going to make today is to celebrate myself and to do something that I enjoy to do.
Okay. Are you going to reward yourself?
Yes.
In the celebration. Okay, super.
Rayline, what I want to add is that sometimes, or actually the whole time, we are forming habits over a period of time. So it takes a long time to get into a specific habit. So I think we must also be patient with ourselves in changing the habit. So if you're not succeeding today, you must just keep on trying to form a new habit or to change an existing habit to get into something new. So be patient as well and try again until you've established a new habit.
I think that's very important. I think what I didn't lift out is strong enough is break down the habit, make it small enough so that you can have success. And the other thing is connected to something that's already a habit. So if you're feeding the dogs, then just connect watering the garden with that. Don't start a new habit at a different time. See if you can connect it in some other time. I see there's a Carol Ann and Margot. Margot gives us a book. One of the books she can highly recommend is The Power of Self-Discipline. No excuses. Okay, that sounds good. Thanks, Margot. And then Carol Ann got a job today at exactly 12:15. Mindset change of I can do this. I will succeed. So that's your one thing you're going to do, Carol Ann. Brilliant. You can do this. You will succeed and you won't give up. Okay. We'd like to challenge you to journal this, Carol Ann, 5 sentences a day. Yeah. Okay. All right. No more questions, remarks. They say it takes between 60 and 90 days to form a new habit. Depends on what the habit is and what your connection to the habit is. Some goes faster, some goes slower. Depends on a couple of factors. Yes, Annelie.
I just want to add something. Also, a book that I'm actually busy reading is The Power of Habit. And if we realize a habit doesn't take energy in your brain because you just do it, it's a habit. And then they also suggest don't try and change many habits. Take one habit and change and try and work on that. And if you changed it, as this other person said just earlier, in time that will become a new habit, and then it's easy, then it carries on as a habit. And I also just want another quote that I'd like to read. Our pastor once said, destiny is the result of a pre-decision repeated by quality decisions as a lifestyle, and then you will reach your destiny. So it's a pre-decision and then a repeated quality decisions as a lifestyle. So it's changing your lifestyle. And that's what we're doing at Brightstar. We are living a lifestyle. And yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so I hope you all have got something that you're thinking of now that you can change, that can make an impact in your life in a big way. Over time, eh? Small steps, big change. Okay.
Thank you so much. It was nice to have all of you with us. And thank you for the habit. The one thing that you did today is to be here with us. So congratulations on a good habit. It's nice to see faces that we've seen before. That means we're starting with a new habit here.
And new faces.
Thank you. Say yes to join.